and she said I was going into early menopause. I think I was perimenopausal. I was in my late 20s then, and I was like, what? And she said, if you can get married and have your kids now, that will be better for you. I just didn't find that funny. Hi you all, you're welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing great today. I'm Gynaecologist, and today I'll be talking about hormonal imbalance, which I had for 9 years. Yes, I had it. I started having this hormonal imbalance in my second year in the university. I didn't know then it was hormonal imbalance. At first, I didn't know what was wrong. I knew something changed because of the symptoms, the clear symptoms I was having, but I didn't know what was exactly wrong. And this continued. At a point, I thought I had toilet infection. If you've been to the public universities in Nigeria, you understand where I'm coming from. I thought I had those infections. It continued for years. After several years, I ran some tests. There were no infections, but it still continued. It continued all the way from my second year in the university, all the way till I finished university. I did my service, and until I got a job. After I got a job, I told myself I had to go and see a doctor to be diagnosed. I had to go and see a gynecologist. So the gynecologist will pinpoint what's wrong with me. When I went to see a gynecologist, she was a woman gynecologist. She ran some tests, and she found that I had hormonal imbalance. And lo and behold, she told me there was nothing that could be done since I wasn't married or about to get married. I had to wait till I got married so that it would be treated. I had to get on my own and do my own research. So this video will be in 3 parts. First of all, this first part will be about the symptoms I had. So this is just talking to young girls, single young girls in their 20s who might be having these symptoms, and then mothers who might be battling with this or battling with infertility. The first symptom that got me to know that something was basically wrong was my irregular period. Up till then, I had always had my period on time, and it was like clockwork. Every month, I knew when it would come. It was basically 26 to 28 days, and that was that. And all of a sudden, I noticed that I started having irregular periods. Not just was irregular, not just the number of days, but then when it came, sometimes it would just go for a day, skip a day, and then continue the next. Or it might just go for just a day and a half and just stop. The period was just wacky. I just couldn't fathom what was wrong. And that was a clear sign that something was wrong. The second symptom I had was hormonal acne. So up until then, I never had acne. I had dry skin, I had other skin issues, I had allergies, but I never had acne. And all of a sudden, I developed acne. I just started having pimples all over my face, and I just couldn't say what was wrong. I felt I changed creams, and that was why the pimples came. But at a point, the pimples got so bad, they fully covered my face. They were quite big and painful, and it was just that bad. The third symptom was bad cramps. I started cramping whenever my period comes. This was new to me. I never had cramps all through my teenage age. Till I got to my early 20s, I never had cramps. The cramps were quite bad. They were just quite painful. Initially, during my teenage age, I had a few people who said they were having cramps during their menstrual period, and I just didn't understand. I knew they were having pains, but I didn't understand till I started having them, and they were quite bad. The fourth that I had constantly was fatigue and then brain fog. I've always been a laid back person, but I found out I was easily fatigued and then brain fog and just mood swings. I had all those, and then I didn't pinpoint it to the hormonal imbalance, but I knew I had those, and they were the fourth symptoms I had. The fifth symptom I had is something I have not heard others talk about, but that's underarm sweating. I was always sweating under my arms. In short, if I just put on a clothes, had it been there, if I put on these clothes, before, let's say, 10 minutes, the armpits will be soaked, both of them. It was really embarrassing. It was a constant. In those my early 20s, it was a constant. Till my early 30s, it was just a constant. But I noticed that immediately I got better from that hormonal imbalance. That sweating stopped. It just stopped. The sixth symptom I had was the hot flashes. This came at the later stage. I just started looking up what I was having then. I remember telling a medical relation of mine, and she said I was going into early menopause. I think I was perimenopausal. I was in my late 20s then, and I was like, what? And she said, if you can get married and have your kids now, that will be better for you. I just didn't find that funny. It got me a bit depressed. That at such an age, I will enter menopause. The seventh symptom that I had was the blood spotting. So this didn't happen initially, it came at a later stage. I started having spotting, like in the middle of months. Like it's not during my menstruation, probably around when I should have my ovulation, I started noticing spotting. Sometimes it will happen, sometimes it will not, but the spotting was there. And that was what I noticed. I remember when I met the gynecologist that ran some tests on me 9 years after this started. She explained to me what could cause the spotting. She said if something makes the egg drop with force, it could cause spotting, because it's something has made it drop before its time. That will cause spotting. And she said it was nothing to worry about. But when I healed myself of hormonal imbalance, the spotting went. Thanks, I hope you've learned a lot. I'll be doing a second video on what I did to heal myself of the hormonal imbalance. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, share. If you'd like me to do more on this hormonal imbalance, this is something I have had for years. This is something I healed myself of using natural remedies and diets. Like I tell people, if I'd gotten married in my 20s, I would have had issues with infertility. But getting married in my 30s, mid-30s, it was just snap, getting pregnant. My body was actually quite ready. Please, let's discuss in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe. Let us know about this channel. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.